Hello everyone, it's me, Dusk. Your very words work. Your very own plague nurse here to bring you your daily dose of laughter, cringe, and chaos. How is everyone? Hi, Sphera. I made my starting soon last longer, as requested when I threw up a poll. Hopefully that helps with ads a bit if you get in during the starting screen so that you don't miss anything. It'll just play there, but I think it has to do with when people join in. It's like I can't beat the ads. I'm trying to make them less obnoxious for people. But hello everyone. I see we got a couple follows while I was offline, so thank you Sir Ghostark, Dark Waffle Fox, and I hope I say this right, Minisagi for the follow. I saw the one snuck in like literally right before I went live, so I appreciate the follows. Thank you. Oh, hi! Welcome! We're continuing, finally, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney today. We've been doing the Steel Samurai case, and it's been a couple weeks since I last played due to the fact that I was sick the one day, was Star Wars week the other time, so I had to do something Star Wars. And then I think there was a collab the other time from that. Hello, Dr. Nevermore. Welcome. So, hopefully I remember things. All I remember mostly is I suspect Penny to be the culprit. So, I guess we'll find out if that's true. So, let's go ahead and head on over to the game screen. Let me get desktop audio going. And pull up the game. So, like I said, hopefully I remember enough. Alright. Right, hi. I don't remember if I was supposed to talk to Miss Old Bag here, but we'll find out. Also, again, we do have some new emotes for those that are subbed. The finger gun emote finally went through, so I'm like super happy about that. It's like it's my favorite. It's so good. So thank you again to Doki TV, who is my artist that made them. Brilliant. She made the finger guns, the head pat, and the lurk emote. Alright, I already talked to Old Bag. And for those that don't know, yes, that's literally the security guard's name. So, we gotta move. Where to? I don't know. Oh, well, I guessed right. What do you know? Alright, I don't know if I'll do voices, because last couple times, I'm not gonna lie, I got a sore throat after doing them, so maybe I need to back off a little bit. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. Alright, is this where we want to examine? And watch me look over things I already looked at because I forget. Alright. So no to that. Into the dressing room then. The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. Oh, that's right. Penny is the assistant. And that's the person I suspect because they have the least suspicion. And I notice mystery shows and games sure like to play that where whoever's the less suspect is usually the most guilty. But we'll see if I'm right in that this time, because sometimes this game surprises me. Alright, so they're not here, so let's go outside Studio 1. Studio 2. Did we talk to you already? Yes. So, I'm gonna say back to Studio 2? Interesting, we can't go there. Maybe it is here then. To the trailer. Nothing new. Oh! An old movie poster, The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh! My god! That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai stars. What's next, Ninja Ballet? I mean, there's a dance group that did a Naruto performance, and it was pretty cool. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. And the samurai went into the sunset, I'm assuming. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. It looks like everything here is also pretty much checked. Can't ask them about where Penny went. Oop, went back on the wrong place. Haha. Perhaps we need to go and talk to the suspect. Back to the main gate. Unless you have something more to say. Nope. Double check the examining. And the van. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Ah, okay. Not very helpful. Move to the detention center. Can I talk to you? That means I'm going to have to present something and I'm not quite sure what. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know. It's not exactly... Is it this? Excuse me, thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. Nope. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. Sleeping pill bottle. We saw this. Do we have... What about the 5-year-old incident picture? Alright. Maybe we need to present that to Miss Bag here. There it is. Poor old Hammer. He was a big star, the biggest. That accident 5 years ago is what did him in. He wanted to hide it. He didn't want anyone to know. Poor silly old Hammer. If he had just come out and confessed, then Vasquez wouldn't have gotten her claws into him. Very interesting. What if we go talk to Vasquez about that? I'm gonna head back and try that. So I don't think we did. I'm trying to remember a teeny bit. Aha. She's not even looking. Ah. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Oh, old? She means the security lady, Miss Old Bag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Are you gonna try to, like, take and blow the photo away? I don't trust you. Oh, your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Thanks, Maya. I think I could have figured that. Alright, in we go. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? A murder. So, is this going to be a case of a murderer being murdered, but and then revenge? Maybe? And that's who did it? Huh. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? That is what I mean. But where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Oh gosh. Background sound spook. My cat again. Trying to spook us by swishing her paw through the blinds of the window next to me. Kitty. Sorry about that, chat. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Also, Vasquez, you know, you're saying that this was on purpose, but if that is the case, I mean, you'd be in trouble too because you covered it up and you just admitted to it. Oh well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Whoa. Oh, hi, friends. They look nice. Who are they? Suddenly, this game becomes a shooter. There's combat, let's go. Phoenix Wright. Begin. Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, a race away. No! Oh, boy. Hold it right there. Hey, Gumshoe to the rescue! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Gumshoe showing up like the Chad. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forward to it. So maybe she did, like, hide the truth and it was a murder, because if it was found out she would be in trouble. Hence why she don't want it out. But I still don't think she's the one that did the murder. I still think it might be Penny. I guess we'll see. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Hopefully you're not a hindrance again. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. I still don't have evidence to prove that she would be the one behind the rest of the stuff, so we'll see. Save. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Just living up to the name. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. But very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. We're just assuming she did it, but alright, if you're sure, Maya. We'll go along with you for now, but I still have my suspicions. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Good job there, Nick. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Interesting. Van added to the courtroom. That's how they transported the body, perhaps? I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Right, we press everything. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I just don't seem like she's the type that want to get her hands dirty and has people for that, so it could be Sal that did it. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be... I forgot to press. Haha, let's start pressing. A rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Yes, convenient. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Excuse you, Edgeworth! Oops. It was a 15-minute break. That didn't tell me what you were doing during. You just dodged it. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak... Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. I think that last one is where I have to show the plate, perhaps. I entered the trailer, let's see. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Right. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. But it's my job. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Whew, jeez. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. This be a rehearsal. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Okay, that's when I jumped in last time, so... I'm gonna check my... clues here. We have this. This is in the employee area. What else do we have? I don't think that plate will be relevant. But it might be. So I'm going to go forward and try it. Oh, that was... Oops. Let's go back towards the end. Okay, here we go. Let's try the plate and see, because I feel like that was important, but it might not be. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Aha. Alright, cool. Got the right clue. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? Very hungry person. I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai, picking on someone else. Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left this trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Oh, maybe I am wrong. Because the way she's acting, it seems she did it. Mr. Wright? Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. I don't like that she's challenging me, because that means she knows something I don't. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I don't know. I think you could. It was broken in half. Oh, hello, Docky, and thank you for the lurk. I think you could. I'm probably gonna be wrong here. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that right. Or she could have pushed him and he fell on the same thing that was the murder that he committed. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey Nick, look at the data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? Wait. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim. But I am afraid I will have to penalize you. That's fine. Ugh. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. It was the garden gate thing. What was the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Really? A break in the shaft mended with duct tape? Oh dear. I feel like it's gonna be this, but I'm probably wrong. Alright. I have two hunches here. Let's see if the one I'm hoping is the correct one, and if not, I'll go back to the other one. No. Okay. That has to do with it, though. If this one's wrong, too, I'm gonna be shocked, but it might be. We'll see. Okay, I was right. I knew it was one or the other. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest? Oh, order? Order. Mr. Wright, what are you deriving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Okay, now it's the photo, I bet. Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what... Yes, I can. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Ouch. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Right here. Oh, right, I have to present it. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago happened again. has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. I smell revenge plot. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true. Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? No, you said you took the van. And returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? I mean, you also had people that can erase very well, so... The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry the body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Does she use the van to push him? Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Oh, just carried, okay. There it is. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? This is where I'm torn. He would do anything for her. But I feel like he's also oblivious. I don't remember, so I'm gonna say no. Of course he wasn't. Huh! So without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that it is possible? Of course I'm not serious. Oh, okay, I was wrong. Haha. I was kidding to, lighten up the proceedings. But, light? Actually, it's just worth it to get it wrong to get Edgeworth upset. You can't lighten up a murder. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? I don't like that. So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Oh my god. Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't over. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh my gosh. I see, very well. Well, he was hoping that Edgeworth had something. Hi, Cubine, welcome. We're continuing Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney with a very frustrating case right now. Oh, Your Honor, here we go. I request that the witness testify again. That's what okay. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick? Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. Yeah, in the end, Edgeworth wants justice as well. Even though he won't admit it. But... wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth... Alright, here we go. I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Alright, we got this. Alright, let's start pressing. Oop, wrong button. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. That's harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. Okay. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. We do all the pressing. Press all the buttons. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? Hey, Phoenix Wright, hello. Hi, Volda, welcome. We're finally back at Phoenix playing this game after a while. I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps, but no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his Steel Samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Long time no see, bud. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well, too. I'll be here for a short while, though, but I still inspire. Oh, no problem. Enjoy your time here. Let's see. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady was in... Wait. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out. Yes, it seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. Like the soundtrack, I love this game soundtrack, but yeah, it is really good. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Do I have evidence of her professionals? Let me check some stuff. No. Right now, we're pretty good. Let's do this. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. I forgot what the song is called, but like when things are like heating up and the music gets intense, I love that one. Yeah. We're like at the end of this case, so it's really picking up. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Here we go. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. I was gonna say, because didn't the rehearsal, like they were going to it not knowing there was a murder? How did she suddenly know there was a head and didn't bring the script? Like, Yeah. Alright. Edgeworth chiming in and helping for once. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yep. I'm glad Edward spoke up because I didn't know how to, like, with what we had, be able to, like, counter that. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Pressing Pursuit is the song name? Oh, cool. Fitting title. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Pressing. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay, I have to get to the end. Alright, so what are we presenting here? Is it this one where he's dragging the leg? You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Alright, cool, we got it right. And the favorite song is the objection song. Nice. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You heard you saw Hammer limping? Is it this one? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Dusk the Saul Goodman. Ah, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. I have a feeling that she was trying to pin another murder on Mr. Hammer, but it ended up becoming the other way around. Because she wanted to keep him signed on or something, maybe? Like the end of the contract. We'll see. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Better Call Dusk, insert theme song. I need a theme song. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Oh boy, here we go. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I think I can, but I'm not sure on this. We'll see. Alright. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Is it the photo again? It's either the photo or the old pictures from the show. And I might be wrong in both, so we'll see. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? I guess I got it right. Nice. 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case is currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain why Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Reveal evidence. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Oh dear. This is where I might get this wrong. We're gonna try. If I get it wrong, it's okay. We'll just have to guess. It's not gonna be this, is it? This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? Yeah, no. Okay. I have some health I can spare. Reveal evidence. She might not have a motive, but I think she does. Is it the camera? Oh, I don't actually know, and that's the scary part. What actually knocked down Mr. Monkey's head? Was that even talked about? I'm just gonna do it randomly. No. Nah, this is where I'm stuck because I don't remember some stuff. Alright. What happens if I say she has no motive? She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. Oh. So it was the other, but I wasn't sure because I'm like, it's weird that it would be that. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Oh. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Seal Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. I don't know why she'd be angry. You defended yourself, but okay. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez, what happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No. Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No. Was it her husband? Maybe? Please don't die. Please. It might have been her husband. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. There it is! Yeah, not guilty. We did it. Confetti! Where's the air horns when we need them? That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Do I even have evidence for that? I'll try. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... I don't know. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I got it right. Here's the horns, thank you, Baldo. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh? Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth? Hello, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. That's why. Edgeworth was a fan all along. Oh, no? Okay. Liar. Right? I must say I hadn't expected. I kind of wish it was true, though. I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Right, see you next court case there, Edgeworth. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if! They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Do I get to nickname him? Nickname him. Like in Pokemon? I can call him like Stinky Fart Face or something silly, like I named Gary Oak. Huh? Oh wait, no, I named Gary Oak Farts McGee, that's right. Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Pink Princess, nice! I'd watch. I like Toku stuff. Nick, this is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. That assistant, poor Penny. And I thought she was the one that did it, but I was wrong. She still seems sus. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. And with that, we finished the case. Nice. A brand new episode has been added. Gonna save. Turnabout goodbyes. But we're gonna change up games now because I don't think I can take more like talking. I had planned that this might happen, so let's go ahead and go back to just chatting. And I'm gonna set up the other game while we're on just chatting. I guess we can do a little Final Fantasy XIV. Let me get that open. So how is everyone? We got to finish the case. I will be continuing the rest of the game, but I figure like from now on, when doing the Ace Attorney game, good stuff in the court you got, thank you. I figured that just do it like case by case. Like do a case and then probably take a break and play a couple other games, finish one of those and then come back and do another, just again, because it's a lot of reading and they are super long, but I do really enjoy them. I love the series. They're great and I love mysteries, but as you can hear in my voice probably a little bit, yeah, it was a strain. And my Friday is going, but I realize I have Twitch now. I feel happy for now. Oh, I hope things get better, Valdo. Hopefully it picks up a little bit. We gotta make the snail happy. Here, just for you, Valdo. Let me just head pat for Valdo. Also, the game is currently loading, so we'll be in soon for Final Fantasy. We can do a little bit of roulettes. While that's loading, I should probably change my stream title, so let me go do that really quick too. So mind the clickety clacking of the keyboard as I do that. I won't be able to see chat for a few seconds. So behave yourselves. Something else we have. So I added a new sound redeem. The Yippee. I also lowered the price of a lot of the sound redeems because I felt like I made them a bit too high so you can all enjoy them more. Yeah, yippee! I love it. Alright, there we go. Change that up. Go back on that. Also, yeah, head pats and new emotes. Let's go. Yes, we got lots of new stuff. The sound redeems we have added too will be for the. I added some for bits. Hopefully, I priced them okay because they're gonna be used to terrify me. So I didn't want to make them to where they are spammable. But for the Alien Isolation stream, which is coming on Monday. I added redeems to make it sound like the alien's footsteps so you can all mess with me and make me think I hear the alien. There's one for the vent sound, there's a scream, like whatever its roar is. I know very, very little about the games. I'm going in as blind as possible so that you all can enjoy my very real reaction. I just hope I don't get stuck at the beginning and it's boring because I'm really bad at stealth and I'll be scared. So